There's a good one.
But I'm bummed.
I don't give a
Two.
crap about puns.
You don't give a crap about puns? No, that was his.
Oh.
No, I don't think
His
so.
relative Turd Ferguson.
Everything came out all right.
He was a lot of hot air.
Nothing but a bag of dick.
He left
I
a
mean,
stain on
that
our.
entire character was
He left a stain, a mark on our heart, and a stain on his.
He probably left stains
There's a
on
white
other
one.
people's
He abstained from the.
I love
End of
how
it
they
all?
have the really silent bit.
Oh my.
They all give a crap about his character at the end.
Yeah. What has he got? Pickle juice in it?
It's got pickles.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, I saw someone do it on Instagram. Like, okay, I'll try it.
I'll swirl my pickle in there.
Pickles.
Give you
It's-
give
it's
it a nice
okay.
heady
Yeah,
flavor.
They didn't even bat an eye.
It's a pickle lime.
Yeah, can I have a pickle Dr. Pepper, please? Okay, what size? They didn't even.
It's Sonic.
Yeah,
I mean, I know you've been looking up to 21-year-old.
that's okay.
I'm glad we got that on there.
Nice. Thank you.
Everybody wants to fuck Bill.
I'm glad we got that on there too.
Yo, man, you're gonna get hooked up now. You're famous. You'll be FB famous.
Famous
baby.
to at least one person.
Yeah, that's right. Asborn, if you're watching,
I mean,
he's playing because of you, buddy.
Oh, my God.
he was
I got to watch it. It was hilarious, man. And they bring that old guy in. He can dodge a wrench, he can dodge a ball. And they have that guy, and then the guy that reminds me of Deteriorata, the pirate guy.
Aren't
You know who
gonna
that
be our
was, right?
pirate? Oh,
It's fucking Wash. That was Wash. That was Alan Tudyk.
That was Alan Tudyk?
Alan Tudyk was
Who's
the pirate.
Wash?
Yeah, that was Pirate. Yeah.
Who's
From
Wash?
Firefly?
From
Yeah.
Firefly.
How do
You
how
ever
do
seen
Reavers clean
Firefly?
their spear?
Oh.
Run for the Wash.
His whole line through the whole movie
Billion
was a
years
series
ago.
of just yar,
Yeah. Arr.
yar.
And the old guy Rick Torn was Zed from
Yep.
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
Hey, Rip Torn wasn't no joke, dude.
No,
Like,
he's awesome.
that guy's a nut.
Oh,
Well, he
in,
was a nut.
Men
I'm
in
trying
Black.
to remember.
He got drunk, went to take a
There was
took a leak on a
there was
bank and tried to break
sports
in.
movie.
Yeah.
No, it's dodgeball.
No. Another one where they made fun of they brought dodgeball into it. Like, oh, if you can dodge a bullet, you can dodge a ball.
Was it
That-
basketball?
No.
Oh.
No.
Sounds. That
Baseball
sounds
is
The
way
funniest
more
thing.
fun.
When he's licking the
Basketball?
vibrator?
No,
No, that was the best
Oh,
part.
the best scene is when they're all in the locker room
Uh-huh.
and they have hard-ons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I loved it when they thought
Basketball?
I love the part where you think.
Yeah.
I love the part where he thinks he's sniffing the chick's panties, and he's like, and he sees the vibrating. He's like, "Ugh, ugh." and then he goes, whoomp, and it's like her mom's,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Ugh." Oh my god, it's hilarious.
I gotta pick up one.
What you were describing
Oh,
sounds
man,
suspiciously like
Bushman.
Super Troopers or something.
Super Troopers is
Okay,
funny
you've
as fuck.
seen
No, it's like
That's
scary
what I
movie.
gotta-
Who wants a mustache
I'm
ride?
trying to do it. I do know that he was in
Yeah,
the movie with Ryan Reynolds.
we did. So
Have you seen that?
Which one?
Waiting.
I don't know that.
Waiting, yes, Justin Long.
Yeah. So the main the
He's got to be the only
Yeah.
mainstream actor that got away with a porn
My
name.
partner was on the side. Let me out.
Justin Long.
And I remember in some movie he played
I just did it one time.
a gay porn star
Yeah.
at the high school reunion.
7.
Yeah.
I want to say Gross Point Blank.
No,
but in Waiting,
they were just straight faced it because they were so scared.
The
Right
Batwing?
from it, no,
The
the
Batwing?
You know what? I stopped him yet.
Batwing. Yes.
You have to keep it
Oh,
really
you
straight.
gotta do that.
That's one thing I've learned
Hey, you
when I
want
was
to check the sound for me, Ben?
doing that is
That guy.
Yeah.
that you have to be able to keep a really straight face. You can't laugh or cry. Right. Right.
I feel like I need to get you a plastic knife.
How many goes
Randomly keep going.
this? It's from so.
Look at it, it looks so.
And
Like
it was
a-
like it was a football.
And I look on the wall.
Because he kept calling this.
Don't
one
make her
guy.
any more creepier than she already is.
If
Thanks.
it, she can like practice stab me. I don't mind. It'll be like one of those retractable ones. Just
And so I go, I go like that. And I go like this. And he looks over. He has to walk out.
funny
Step
years
He has
too.
to, like
You know.
walk out.
Was
You
it
gotta
accepted?
get-
He's like,
No.
We're going the distance.
Go,
you motherfucker.
Can I hear me?
Testes 1, 2, 3. Testes.
Whitey Malls.
Or testes 1, 2, 3.
So I finally get Phil centered, and
Okay,
now I got
perfect.
this fucking sloucher over here. There you go.
Because they're running over the dog.
There you go.
He's got 4 feet, man. Good.
All right.
Staring at me because I stole the bust.
You're gonna make fun of me. You're gonna make fun of me.
I'm sure you will.
All right.
I'll be very appreciative.
Did you guys hear what
No, I need that
Riverside
so I can
County
get that.
Sheriff did?
Oh, no. Thanks.
What happened?
No politics.
Look it up.
We're live.
Look it up. Look it up later.
Oh yeah. Later.
But I will do that next one.
You bet. Got you covered there, Wade. So we're live, and we're back, and we're level 7.
Yay!
Level 7. Yay, level 7. The zoo menagerie, except for the one human.
No, I wanted to be the freak.
Dwarf is still
I
kind of
didn't
a,
get to stab the big one.
bumble tumble.
I wanted to be the freak of the bunch.
Yeah, you definitely are.
I mean, there's plenty to still stab. I'm just.
I mean, we exist in the SCA.
Short, fat
Short, fat
humans.
humans.
Yeah, we call those rhinos. Belligerent rhinos. So, where we last left off, the team, after successfully kind of beginning to stabilize the community, decided to go and take a look at this rumor about some gnolls that were camping up in the nearby mines. During the trek up into the ruins and the mines, they discovered what began to be obvious, that the original group that was sent here to bring the place under some semblance of control were being discovered on the way up, mostly their grisly remains. Once in the mine, they realized that the sole surviving member, an elderly wizard being contained in a cage, was being held within this gnoll encampment. Through the conversation with the goblins, we had discovered that these gnolls had been kind of living off the kind of kindness of the community by stealing from it, raiding the caravans that were coming in. And once the caravans stopped, they got rid of the goblins and kind of just fell back into their kind of little headquarters that they had built for themselves. However, they didn't see this whirlwind of devilry coming their direction. As you guys arrive, seeing the ensnared or trapped wizard, you decide to save him, take out the gnolls, and set things
On fire. On fire.
and on fire at the same time. Currently, you guys are standing amongst the ruin and detritus of the campsite. The only other egress out of this space is where the were-gnoll had come from, a rather large cavernous exit that goes deeper down into the mines. Otherwise, somebody had retrieved the wizard, I believe, the old man.
I gave him tools.
That's right.
I drive by.
She ran by.
You did a run by Lazuli and dropped off the tools.
Yeah.
At the point that you're kind of overlooking all the dead gnolls, the encampment, getting a feel for this place, you hear a creaking noise. Just in time to see that the wizard had finally picked the lock, opened the gate, and is slowly coming out of his little metal cage. Very disheveled, kind of looking very kind of lack of food, lack of
I'm
water.
gonna go check on him. Look him up.
Greetings, new
Give him a
friend.
good berry.
Oh, hello. Oh, thank you very much. Goodberry. Oh, great. While I feel full, I still feel malnourished, but that's a good start. What the? Anyway, thank you you are here to rescue me, right? That's the whole reason why you came.
Certainly, I totally didn't get him just to stab
Did
no.
Magic Jim finally send you? Did he get my message about the state of the
No.
Okay.
In a roundabout.
the guy who sent you on the journey?
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember that guy?
Starting Magic Jim.
I'll be honest with you. He thought they were.
Not directly in the roundabout.
Lionel. I'm not sure why you brought a pet crab with you.
it's
Hello,
sentient.
Harrigan bunny thing.
The crab is our friend, not food. You will be stabbed. Forewarning.
Those food has the capability of sentience. It'll be
That's
fine.
one of
The dwarf,
Barry,
paladin,
at your service. Barry.
pleasure. I know you.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yeah, Father Benedict.
Yes, Father Benedict, yes.
Things must be far worse at the Acquisitions Incorporated headquarters than I thought for them to allow you into our files and rank. Are you still with that halfling girlfriend of yours?
You must be mistaken. You must be talking about my
But-
boy Timmy. Timmy is
No,
an acolyte. He takes
That's
care
right.
of our day-to-day of the church. And let me just...
Wait, are you
The
drinking?
short
Are you
answer is
drinking
yes.
from the jug?
No, I'm just going to drink.
You don't want to roll hard. You don't want to roll.
Oh, hell, what the hell? What's a roll of 12?
D12.
Fine. A 7.
We already got these 7.
Have you already gotten this seven?
Yes.
How many of those jugs are there?
Did you write down the notes, or do I have to go find the
It's
notes?
It's a magical jug.
He drops everything.
Yeah, but how many?
Oh yeah. So like for the next 10 minutes, everything you pick up or
And
examine
every time
like
you drink out of it,
slips out of your hands.
Oh, so...
Oh, you can ask someone? Oh.
Ah!
I don't think I.
Someone pick my drink up.
I'm
I'm going to bribe the DM. Here. Here's some booze for you. Mm.
well, I'm very grateful for your rescue. Any chance did any of my companions
No.
survive? Are they in
Not the least now.
Not that
town?
we've
No.
seen.
You are the last
they
survivor.
remain around.
Wait, where-
And I was Frostford. Is it still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You say that to the
Is that the shithole we
Yeah.
were in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I think I've been up here
Building
for
or
well
wait,
over a
previous-
week or so now. I
Trivia.
It's inhabited by stinking goblins.
They're
Oh.
my friend.
It's
oh
been longer than
yeah, I've been here for quite a while. Yes.
When your friends overrun you,
Burnt down.
cut your
Oh,
friend's
really?
guts out and eat some in front of you. They won't be friends anymore.
Got it rebuilt and
Certainly.
Is
That
this-
sort of
is his name
behavior
Major?
would be
Did I get
non-threatening.
the local goblins
Is his
that
name
are
Major?
construction.
Majar, the
What's his name? Majar?
Majar.
Minion friends.
Oh, I've heard of you.
Well, I was
You must be
leader
scraping the bottom of the barrel. Get you out of your cups.
Are you drunk?
Probably.
Always.
Always,
Oh, well,
always and forever.
fascinating. Just to be clear, you've hired the goblins who were working for the gnolls and who were stealing from the townsfolk.
Thing's huge.
Okay. That's,
They get one. They get one. One day
are
off.
you sure Dark Magic Jim sent you with Acquisitions Incorporated?
I'll pull out the book.
Oh, you have the manual. Well, that's they only give those to people that are willing enough to do things like this. Okay.
Excuse me.
That's not a nice thing to say, but I understand why you would say it. Being a lion doll and a bunny, a crab.
I'd like to bounce
Um,
around a little bit and look for things.
Give me investigations. You start looking through the corpses
I'm
and
gonna start.
investigations. You start looking around too.
Oh, we're a freak show here,
I
but
can't look. What is it?
if we get the job done,
Darn it!
Majar, how did they keep you in that cage?
0, so
Well, they took away my spell book and my spell focus. I did not have the ability to use spells to escape. They also
idea where
kept
your
waking
things might
me and not feeding me and give me piss water from time to time. I don't know why they were keeping me alive, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, and in my water gun.
probably,
Thank
you know, dinner on the hoof, as it were.
Any idea where they placed your things?
If that was the case, they'd have been
I don't know what they did with my things, to be honest with you. What'd you get for your investigation?
7.
7?
18.
Do you need,
18.
do you need a healing
18.
touch?
30, 20.
Mm.
Do you need a healing touch?
You're going to touch it.
No, I'm quite fine. I just need to rest and recover my energy, and I'll be fine.
That's good. Let me know if you need to stab something.
Certainly.
Did we get them all?
He's a wizard. They don't.
I believe you managed to get them all.
Which says
Well, this is all done. We can go back to town now.
Well, no, I'm afraid it's not quite that simple, actually.
Why
Me
is
and my
that?
group came up here originally to investigate what the gnolls had found down below, and I'm afraid we still need to complete that task.
Oh, good luck to you.
There might be more big ones. I
What?
might be able to stab one.
No, you are a member of Acquisitions, and therefore you are expected to complete this task, sir.
Onward to stabbing.
Ancient alcohol.
What are you supposed to find?
I don't know, because we came up here to try to go look at it, and we encountered these creatures. That one in particular that turned into a very large wolf and gnoll was. Why is she eating the gnolls? Why is
Don't make eye contact with it because it's just wizards.
Like seeing
We said sentient, not intelligent.
Oh, that's a very good point. Thank you very much.
I'd recommend avoiding the house.
Plus, it cleans up the
Okay.
mess, so it doesn't skip. It gets rid of the bottom.
Starts to
So,
cry.
at the
time of day is it?
Like I said, I told you, don't look at it. I warned you,
you
man.
came
I
to
tried.
find something.
Well, it would be.
Oh,
It was the sun was just going down when you guys arrived, so it's the beginning of like the sunset.
It's
I'll start
fine.
setting up camp. I suggest we rest here for the night and move down
Um,
in the.
On that
no,
note,
no, I'm not going to.
so for those of you
Smells
out
like
there
shit here.
searching, the gnolls mostly have just kind of basic weaponry. What's really interesting is you don't find much coin on the gnolls, or much wealth or treasure. You don't find their stash either.
You said there were boxes.
There were boxes, but most of them contain stuff that they pilfered from the town and from the caravans.
Okay.
You're like finding like a box full of fine chinaware that was meant for the general store. or stacks of barrels of foods that they've been eating from. What'd you get? 18, 30, 20,
19.
19, 7. So while you were having the conversation with Majora, and the rest of you were searching.
Major or major? Major.
Huh?
Major.
Majara, sorry, yeah. And it's MA space capital JAR hyphen.
Majara booze.
Of course
Yep.
it is. With an umlaut.
You know, I'll clean up a nice, safe, defensive space for us all to sleep in.
That's when you begin to notice there's a lot of excavation equipment here. So at the beginning of the fight, while you could see their campsite, tucked along the back wall of the cavern, picks, axes, shovels, stone chisels, chains, gear work, things for hauling something very kind of like heavy out of something, or to gain access to something that would be bulwarked behind a lot of stone, potentially. The old man kind of looks at all the equipment, hears Baird talk about making camp. If I might make a suggestion, could we proceed down towards the sites? I believe you've taken care of all the gnolls that I see. I doubt there are more. I would have seen them over the course of the last 4 weeks I was up here.
We're not going to sleep in a room full of dead gnolls. They smell.
And they smell when they're alive.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah.
We don't
I'm just
really
concerned
need
we're
to, we
not
just
we're
do.
not at our best at the moment. We need to heal and recuperate and such.
Yeah, so
We'll take a short break. And then
I just think time is of the essence. I've been contained. I'm surprised that Magic Jim hasn't sent more people.
Are there more of them?
I don't think so. No, I don't know. I don't believe so.
What's down there? Do you know?
I want to check the metal
The site?
things for the unspeakable evil known as corrosion, arrest.
The metal things, like all the metal shinies and stickies and everything. Okay. What'd you get? 12? Okay.
Which way do we leave?
Ooh, I got
Well, there's only one way
17.
out. Down through the tunnel over here, or back out the entrance that we came through, I guess.
You first.
Very well, as long as I know you guys are coming with me, that's fine. Saying.
You last.
The level of corrosion
I don't know who this
is
is.
unnaturally high.
The what?
The level of rust and corrosion on all the metal bits and bobs and
It was
shanks and cleavers
shiny.
and cutlery and
Nothing would be shiny around, basically.
yeah,
just
it's like
so-
it's strange, strangely dull and lots of rust and moisture in the cavern. It
I'm
just
gonna
kind of
make
has
sure I have one of my paper shivs at hand.
that paper shivs.
Yeah, well, you're the one who sent the
I'm
who
good.
read it. I was
Yeah.
using I have glass
I agree.
and I have paper.
There's something about a little bunny saying shiv.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're not that damaged.
you're not wrong.
I'll cover it.
All right, so I'll head out down the shaft.
Yeah.
We short rest first, yes?
Yes. Sure.
We'll say the search, the conversation, and all that would accomplish a short rest. So if you want to mark off a short rest, feel free.
What's a short rest do again?
You can regain hit points.
Okay.
Or if you have special abilities that you can recover during short rest, if you're a wizard and such.
But if you don't know,
Oh god, this is a creamsicle one. So tasty.
Creamsicle.
You see Wendy's now has a creamsicle frosty?
That was called cream.
No, and
Wendy's, they have a creamsicle frosty now.
I think they call it a dreamsicle.
I'm sure that way they don't pay the copyright.
No, Arby's. It's the 50-50.
They have one too,
It's a shake. 50-50 shake.
because Wendy's has one called the Dreamsicle. They're all putting different flavors in their shakes right now. Pretty funny. So after you guys take your short rest, gather up all the dead gnolls, pile them up into a big pile. Part of your short rest is consuming the remains of a gnoll. Feel free. Once again, strange, no obvious stash or sign of loot or wealth around them.
Do the gnolls have any vegetables?
No, they're meat eaters, not veggie. Not.
But there's
Plenty.
food in the boxes.
There are like rations of food, like iron rations and dried rations that were stolen from the town.
We are ready.
Sure. I'd say there's
There's
a couple
dried veggies.
bushels and bundles of dried veggies in there that can be reconstituted.
That's weird, but
How
the
many
werewolf
points do we
one,
get for
it
them,
tastes
this?
You can
Um,
Nice.
hit dice.
give
Hit dice.
me a
So
insight
it
check
depends on how many hit dice you
as you.
because he had that, the chest bursters.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
What level are you?
it's almost like healing.
So you said
So you
investigation?
take your, what,
Insight.
Oh, insight, sorry.
you do D6 or
D10s.
D10? So you roll D10.
I have 5d10
14?
and 2d10. So
Um,
I can roll any combination of those.
It tastes old.
Yeah, so your sub level,
Older
so you
than
have
the other
71.
Norman tastes.
7 D10.
1 to 7.
Like mummified meat.
But you have to take before you roll.
Yeah.
So it does taste weird in a way. Just that
Tastes old.
Then you get that many per long rest. So you can use them, if you only use 2 right now, you'll have 5 left for the next short rest.
I like to say that out loud too when I'm like
The wizard begins to kind of
And
dry.
I told you, don't make I
Would you like
warned
to be
you
Goddess friend to guard against the evil,
twice.
the evil rust,
it
issue,
tastes weird.
corrosion,
It tastes
unspeakable horrors.
like leather.
I'm asking him.
I will pray. Yes. I will pray.
Fortunately, I do not have my spell book or my spell focus. Does anyone happen to have a light spell or?
We don't find any of that in your stuff.
Nope.
I have like my misty step, but I think that's a Fey touch thing. I don't think I can share.
You can pull out your sword and
I
create
just
light, right?
I don't have a torch.
My
I
sword.
human eyes. Sorry.
Does your sword
Can't
do
see in the
light too?
dark.
My sword does light, and the
And
really
your
bright
sword
sword.
does light.
Mm-hmm.
I have, the,
I have
acid warning,
extras.
so it just glows, right?
My sword eliminates,
Okay. Anybody else have a light source?
and so also reveals invisible foes.
If you crack my
Okay.
claw,
I
does it-
shall entrust
Not
you.
anymore.
Like I was saying, I have dark vision, so I'll go scout.
So you'll lead ahead out of the affected light
I
area.
can produce light.
Okay.
I shall
That'll give light.
solemnly entrust him with my swipey shiny, mostly because secretly he's probably not going to hit anything with it, and therefore protect it from rust.
Thank you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. I don't really have a weapon, so I appreciate
Stick
that.
close to me.
Oh,
I have a
Of
shield.
course, sir. Of course. Being a man of God, I shall stick close to you as opposed to the drunkard.
No, I had weapons. If you take some of them, did you want any of their weapons?
Oh, not quite too heavy for me to carry. This small knife will be fine, and I've got
It's a
all of
scimitar.
you. Oh, scimitar. Ooh, very light. It's much more malleable. I'm not proficient in such weapons, but I would imagine
It's a flashlight.
there you go. Yeah, so it'll help me better see, so I don't stumble and fall on my face. Thank you. You're going to lead the way then, good sir.
Yes.
Oh, good. You guys watch as, with his kind of black fur, black mane, just kind of melts into the dark out of the light affected areas. You begin to kind of walk down this mine tunnel. It's gradually getting more and more constricted to the point where for everyone else to follow you eventually, it would be a single file line.
Unless it's that.
Well, yeah, because you two are, anybody of small size would be able to stand side by side. I guess a crab going sideways might
It's
have
like,
some advantages.
Am I going to? Because I just
Yes.
But
Is she like our rear guard then? Since
she could be, yeah.
I mean, she
Right
makes
now,
us
I got
walk.
Fingon way up in the lead, kind of scouting. Who's following Fingon at this point?
Yeah,
I'll go.
I mean,
So Lazuli and Clover will be right,
yeah,
behind.
we're probably flanking him.
but distance so the light doesn't disrupt your vision.
There's a leg.
And you're
Just
bringing
walk.
up, the rear. So you two in the middle,
I'm guarding.
and you're with Majar. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Majar's
as
mad.
you're in the darkness now, give me investigation or perception, your choice. As you're beginning scout initially.
I'll give him a dagger, but it depends.
I have dagger.
Yeah, you're struggling to be able to see anything in this both, even with your dark vision. You begin to examine the ground, the walls. Give me survival with disadvantage.
Survival?
You've been leading the group for about 15 minutes at this point. It's been a gradual decline of the mine tunnel. Not so steep that people have to worry about their footing, but at some point, and not sure when, it went from the feeling that you were following a purposeful dug out mine tunnel to where something more natural kind of took over.
Before we headed down, if someone would have mentioned the digging tunnels over there.
Okay.
Just half.
Okay. So you kind of grab one of the nearby picks and put it on your haversack. And you're beginning to also feel like a tacky and mucousy substance on the walls and the ground. And then you stumble over something, and this large ivory tooth-like protrusion, about maybe 3 feet long, 3 inches around, with a broken heft to it. It's got a foul, acrid smell. And the slime here is a little bit deeper, like so where it's now squishing in amongst your boots and feels a little bit more denser here. And you kind of like stop, and then you realize you're in a mucus-filled cavern. You can see all of this like dripping mucus in the darkness. You can hear it like splooshing. And in the center of this mucus pile is this huge egg-shaped thing.
We're in a minute.
It's the clitoris.
Hey, minute.
That's very South Park. Eventually, the rest catch up to you, and all of you now, the light kind of pick up that ivory broken something or other that you found. And all of you kind of gather behind Fignon, and your light sources begin to radiate out into the cavern. And that's because in your dark vision, everything is like black and gray, it's like blur. But now that as the light kind of cascades into the mucousy cavern, it's shades of like purple, yellow, green, dripping globules that start red. And when they land in the mucus, they turn blue. Looking up, you can see where dried mucus, stalactites and stalagmites kind of forming all around you. And it's quite like warm and damp in here. While it's chillier outside, down here it's like super warm and really humid.
I'm going to stick one in one of the picks and some of the saliva and see what happens.
Kind of just, and you stick it in there, you pull it out, and as soon as the mucus kind of slots off, you watch as little rusted patterns begin to form along the metal.
Weapons don't let it touch the gear.
My nightmares have.
You want to stick all your shiny
There's a good, this is not what we're looking for. I was expecting to find a tomb, not this. Do we know what this is? Is anybody, this is so familiar to anybody?
Can I?
I'm down with sticking my shiny in your back.
Figure out.
Yeah, would this be nature?
Yeah.
Nature
Do I
or
know
history, your
what a
choice.
rust monster looks like?
This definitely doesn't look like a rust monster. Rust monsters look more insect-like, and they tend to be in much drier, corrosive environments, not humid, damp environments.
They're in my bag because I pulled out all my non-metal weapons that I've been hoarding.
In my bag of chocolate.
What about the wooden handle?
No, doesn't seem to affect it. In fact, the rust effect is more like caustic. It doesn't damage the metal, just leaves a layer of rust on top of it. If you were to leave the metal down here for a long period of time, it would eventually begin to,
It's like saltwater and stuff.
it would begin to eventually rust.
Just by like instinct. You said roll for nature check.
Crabs, go eat the egg.
I'm cold. Nice try.
She filled up on Noel. That's not the problem.
Yeah, Paul, fill the bottle.
just like instinct, like because the fact that this is a very slimy cave. I wanted to roll for a nature check. I rolled
What's your bonus?
it.
0. I
It's
mean,
literally
for
just-
you, from a nature perspective, this doesn't feel natural.
That's I'm like.
This feels like strangely unnatural to you.
Do I feel like I want to leave? Like, do I don't want to be here kind of feeling, or like,
Yeah, it just feels like you delved pretty deeply into a mine shaft that was an actual mine, and then suddenly became a more kind of like something maybe made the remains of this tunnel. And now everything's covered in mucus, and there's this like 8-foot tall, 5-foot around, egg-looking thing in the middle of a mucus pile.
I don't have the feeling.
You're saying
I
this
do
is
not
kinda
have a good
complex,
feeling about
right?
this. We should go. Well,
Anybody else do nature checks?
I go
Yeah, I
with, I make
Okay.
tunnels all the time. This is not a tunnel.
Okay. Yeah, you guys both have that same unease that Krabs is exhibiting, but the fact that it's like different colors, translucent, it does kind of feel like it's recent. And the striations and the damage
Can we-
done to the
Can
cave,
you see the seal?
you cannot. It's either too dark or too covered. It's hard to know for sure. Well,
I have an idea.
should we just press on, or
1 second.
yeah, of course.
Flashlight.
Hold on to this.
Okay.
Yeet!
So,
Throw the bunny with the sickle, the scimitar into the air.
with the bunny,
Yeah, just see.
give me
some
athletics,
light up there.
since it requires timing and precision.
Don't land on the sword.
19? Okay. Lazuli, as you get tossed up into the air with the softly lit scimitar in your hand, you kind of acrobatically tumble with the force of the toss. And you get to maybe about 15 feet up at the end of the toss. And as your lit sickle looks up, you just see hundreds of mucus covered eyeballs looking down at you. And then you drift back down into the darkness.
Let me see that.
Too far up. Her light
Okay.
source is limited to 10 feet. 10
Catch
feet
her.
of dim light. Who's catching her? Give me an athletics check as you catch her. Try to catch her.
Then
Yeah. Land softly in your arms.
That was fun. The ceiling has eyes. It's creepy. We should leave.
What do you mean the ceiling has eyes?
Nope,
That
nope,
doesn't-
nope, 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 nope.
Well, couldn't we just press on and get to the other side of this place? I'm telling you, there's supposed to be.
My good in the jar.
Yeah.
We have to find a way out. So far,
What?
we know of one.
Back the way. Well, I know.
Through
There's
here.
the other side of this place that we're in. We should at least check out the other side.
Like, looking back from that perspective.
Yes.
That egg may have hatched.
Well, I believe anything like that's truly an egg. I would imagine it's some kind of.
Gestation sac?
I would imagine that it's the source of the mucus. I'm sure it's more of just like a disease or something. It'll be fine.
how far from the opening of the tunnel?
I mean, you guys walked down this tunnel for
And do
15
we
minutes.
investigate the egg?
You're probably a good half mile down in the
Well, I
mine.
mean,
at this point.
How
Because
far
you're
away
in
from
a
the
cavern.
Yeah, you've come out of the tunnel into a cavern.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a transition of about 20, 30 feet.
And then go from that to the mouth of the tunnel. And then
Yeah, it's pretty clear line of sight. There's space to go around it. It's just kind of thick with heavy mucus.
Insight check on what's his face?
Okay.
And
What are you
I'm
insight
gonna
checking?
do. Can I do a survival
Do I
check? I
believe he
actually,
doesn't know it?
What'd you roll?
She doesn't have a chance to roll again.
Divine sense.
I got a
13? I mean, he seems honest. He seems like he's just desperate to get this done. That's what it feels like.
Divine sense.
What's the range on that?
60.
And that's fiend.
Good, evil, affected by a hollow spell, or no location of any being member there.
There is a very, very fiendish energy pouring off of that gelatinous sack in the middle, and it feels like a dark terror.
What about Jar?
No sense of anything about him. In fact, he's pretty unreadable to you.
I sense fiendish energy coming off of it.
Then we should be quiet and just don't bother it.
Or should we stay?
Fiendish. Whoa, wow. Should attack it then. No, we'll let him live then for a while.
Like survival? I wanted. Can I do survival since I actually? have
What are
a
you trying to
question?
figure out with it?
You know whether it will kill us all if I stab it.
I mean, that feels more like insight, or maybe you should just go
Darn it.
stab it.
We can do an insight
Trap
first.
gone.
Are you making your way back out?
Oh,
I'm doing one insight. Darn it!
am I sensing cowardice? No.
I
Are
rolled a 10.
you
Ten?
I
warrior?
have -1, so it's 9.
You guys have been standing in the cavern for about 10 minutes, and it hasn't really reacted to your presence.
You know how you handle an egg?
Yeah.
So I want
You look behind it with a candle and you see like,
I want to take Mage Hand
Okay.
and my produce flame, and I want to have Mage Hand take the flame to the other side of the candle or
Of the
egg.
gelatinous sack.
Is the mucus and or the gas in the area flammable? We
don't
shall
know.
soon find out.
wait a minute.
As all of you are standing here, Krabs has kind of wandered a little bit further up the tunnel.
I'm going
Um,
to start walking back like.
You watch as the mage hand takes the produced flame and floats it behind the huge egg sack. All the while, Majar's like, oh, this is going to take forever. If we have moved on by now, we can find what we're looking for and be done with this.
What were
And
we looking
you
for
watch
again?
as the produced flame floats behind this 6 foot tall egg sack. And there's this beautiful female figure inside of it
That's definitely
with wings attached to their back.
like a second.
You can see little horns kind of coming off their head.
I gotta help her.
Oh,
Well, that's
Shall I
quite
stab it?
interesting. I believe there's somebody inside there.
someone has quite a figure in that.
It's unborn. How do you feel about this, Father?
Whoa. What? What are you talking about? What did I miss?
We seem to be suddenly like
Oh, all right, yeah, bringing real life into your fantasy. There we go.
What are we to do? Shall we cut
Destroy
it
it.
open and extract what's in it, or should we just push on?
Destroy it.
let's move
It
on.
is not helpful.
I would think
Stab an
that this
unborn.
would be a good opportunity to make notes and depiction of it, and we should send this information back to headquarters and allow them to make the decision. It could be a profitable item as well.
Leave it to a wizard to want to do this.
I don't know. I'm currently below sea level, so I would imagine I'm in a mine shaft. What do you mean? Well, I mean, I can
Did we find his book?
No.
I can cast powerful spells if I had my book and my spell focus.
But we don't know where it went.
I would imagine they could have sold it off for drugs for all I know. I don't know.
So,
I don't know. I've been in a cage for 4 weeks. They've come and gone.
there's no one out here.
Do we know what level unborn fiends are?
Attack.
I'm gonna pick up.
Wait. I highly recommend We let the headquarters people know about this.
What does the book
They
say?
don't care if you destroy something that could be profitable.
I'm just gonna make the decision. Walk by it and kill it on the way out.
Works for me.
Okay. But we are leaving our rear with a known enemy of unknown strength that we're going to have to fight through.
Yep.
After
Oh, I know.
whatever we discover down below.
I
Be
know.
better equipped if we get. the
What
Anthology
trimester is this
wizard.
cave in?
Yeah, how formed is the fetus like?
Yeah. Does it have an umbilical cord? Is she hot?
It's got a
She's gorgeous.
Acquisitions inquired to end the
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm breaking up with you.
fiendish fetus.
Ah.
This is my new girlfriend.
What size is the
They're like normal humanoid size. It's a female humanoid
Isn't
shape
she a
with
little
wings
tall
and
for
a
you?
slight tail curling off.
human.
It's about my size. An
Yeah.
adult.
Yeah.
Look.
Was there a nice figure in there?
I'm just saying, I served for
Poor Dal.
over 10
I'm
seasons
heading
with
off
the
with
red
Crab Pass.
the blood
We're-
axes,
we're-
and
we'll
this
head
is
out.
not a good
I do
idea.
not trust what the wizard says whatsoever. I'm just going.
I like the
Don't.
go back,
Yeah.
kill it on the way out thing.
Just make sure that don't harm it and be quiet. Watch as he pulls his cloak tightly and steps into the mucus. He's like, "Oh God!" And he begins to quietly make his way around the egg sac.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is the other side? The other door?
As he gets around it, you lose sight of him.
Oh, I'd
Did
be
he
right
take
next
his
to him.
scimitar
So
back?
you're following him around as well.
Right
So
next to
anyone following him, I need a stealth check.
Probably am. I mean,
I said I would.
was he
Okay.
leaving? He has my scimitar. Or he
No.
doesn't have
No,
my
you
scimitar.
have that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have it back.
So he's wandering off
You're
into
off.
the darkness
I
alone?
And we're in the cavern. And then she's back on my
Well,
shoulder.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I don't want to climb through that.
Yeah, that's
It's
probably
up to my
sensible.
waist.
So
That's
So-
it's pretty small.
when I-
We're
when I
on our
use
mount
it,
now. Yeah.
No, what's your base strength?
I got
Or
a
what's your
20.
My modifier for strength is
no? What's your strength? 18. No, you're good.
I got a 20 still.
Well, if you're riding on him, you don't make a stealth check.
No,
It's
I got a
just
20.
it's just
Can I give him advantage?
Binion making a stealth check. What'd you get?
I'm not moving.
Oh, you're staying put.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
waiting for every leap.
Okay.
yeah. He wants the first crack at
Well,
that.
you and Krabs are the only two staying put. Everyone else has now followed the wizard around to the other side of the egg sac.
Okay.
And since you're two on his shoulder, you got a 12. So the two of you are still there watching all of them kind of disappear around to the other side of the egg. As Majora kind of like leads you guys around the egg and to the other side, eventually he leads you out of the mucus pool that you're in that's kind of like clinging to your legs and feet. And then you come up into like a gravelly, you come up to like a gravel bed that kind of continues down into another mine tunnel. This doesn't feel natural. This feels like somebody dug this. You being a dwarf, you immediately, well, actually, give me a history check or survival check.
They both
0
stink.
or 0?
They're both shit.
2.
Two. You know,
Well, this
dwarven,
is definitely the work of devils.
This is a
it's
candy.
definitely dwarven work. You just you can't identify the clan. You're not sure which dwarf group might have done this, but you definitely recognize it that it is at least dug out by dwarves.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is dwarven
The
work.
rock knows.
See? The mine continues down.
Stone cutting. Whenever I make a history check related to the origin of stonework, I'm considered proficient.
So you have
and
advantage.
Double my proficiency, which is 0. Right?
0
No,
plus 0 equals
No,
0.
your proficiency
Proficiency.
bonus, which should be a 3. I
Nothing
think.
for
Yeah.
nothing, leave
So
nothing.
6, and I rolled 2. So
Well, no, you roll with advantage because you're proficient. Take the higher of the two rolls.
11 plus 3,
Well, you double your proficiency.
16.
So 6 plus 11 is 17.
You're right.
You actually recognize the type of dwarf that would have done this. It was done by Dorgar.
He's done by.
Wow, race as much?
Underdark dwarves.
Yes.
God, no one gets one.
Well, shall
Horse
we?
first Melvin.
Shall we continue then? The others, I'm sure, can catch up. And he begins to kind of
Just a
Walk-
moment, I put my hand on his shoulder.
like,
Crowds, if you don't come, you won't get any more food. Psh, I got one.
Yes, we're just gonna continue eating the gnolls. We'll keep eating the gnolls. There are no
Hey.
more gnolls.
We don't want anyone to eat you.
I'm gonna cast a spell. Just saying.
oh, he's looking
He's
at
doing
spells.
shit.
Classic opening his nose is in the spell book.
I love
So as you guys are casting your heckles to the others that haven't come around yet.
I'm just looking forward to
Breeze.
where sound and
Give me a perception check as you kind of examine the entrance to this Durgar continuation of the tunnel.
So proficiency means roll
I
with
believe you
advantage.
have to kids.
Yes. In some cases, it'll say specifically, I always treat a house roll that if you're ever proficient in any check, you just automatically roll with advantage. Sometimes it will state it, like certain bardic schools and other certain subclass skill sets will say you have advantage specific. But I simplify it by saying as soon as it says you're proficient in something for a check, you
That's if we
roll
have
with advantage.
a black dot next to like insight and nature and perception. We will.
Correct. Because that means you're proficient.
We have to remember.
Now, in the
Okay.
character sheet, that just means you add your proficiency modifier to it.
Well,
But
For
if
him.
for me, I treat it as if it's an exceptional skill, therefore you gain the advantage.
okay, so we're gonna have to remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will definitely.
Especially, I
Alright,
have
well, that will work.
perception.
All right.
For dot ones. The
What
dot
spell
ones
were you
have
thinking of?
proficiency.
I was gonna do a glyph of warding on the egg,
Ooh,
but I wanted it to more like trigger it, and like I wanted to like maybe if I'm 100 miles away and it triggers, I'd know it, but it doesn't
It's
work that
limited
way.
to what, 60 feet?
No, it just doesn't do it. Just an effect will happen. It doesn't tell me that it happens.
Gotcha. Do you have the spell alarm by chance?
I doubt
No,
it.
that's more wizard, but that's a
Yeah, that's
really
an
good
alarm
spell.
thing.
it is a
behind.
great spell. Yeah.
I'll just
Oh,
have-
I'm gonna cast Protect Girlfriend.
You should know that one
Protect-
because of his hat.
Protect Next Girlfriend.
Fair.
I wanted to trigger Armageddon if it goes off.
Acolyte.
Protect Acolyte.
So what are you doing, crowds? At this point, you're seeing Father Benedict kind of give up on what he was going to do. Father Benedict, are you proceeding down the tunnel and follow with the rest of the group at this point, or what are you doing?
Just thinking. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna continue.
Okay. Before long, those of you at the other side, you watch as Father Benedict comes around the egg, and
Probably.
because you were lingering and kind of examining, there are strange, colorful tendrils of plant growth that are beginning to show up down on the edges of your vision in the mine tunnel. Purples and yellows and greens and pinks, and they're kind of glowing and pulsing with a distant light.
Not anything I'd be
Throbbing?
recognize.
I mean, give me a nature check.
Are they throbbing?
Do they lead in?
Yeah, you're not really sure.
Oh wait, and I'm proficient.
Is the stock going?
That one's better.
What'd you get?
18 plus 5.
It's leaking.
23. Yeah, you've kind
Wet
of heard of plant growth like this before.
How many wet towels can you hang on?
That's the kind of shit you see in the Underdark.
Are we anywhere near where I would think the Underdark would be?
I mean, you're deep inside of a mine and you're up in an ancient mountain range. I mean, it's possible you could be near an Underdark entrance.
Yeah. We're deep in a mucusy
I'm
hole
gonna say
that has an egg in it.
So,
And then it's also
We've gone too far.
it's mucus
The-
in the front.
the tunnels are some medium. meat
I'm gonna
tunnels.
share that with the group.
Never been
that, guys, these are
Underdark
plants from the Underdark,
Yes. And this work is Underdark work.
and that was a Underdark tunnel.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going.
You want to keep going until the Underdark opens.
Yeah, there's no one to stab it here.
Sacrifice
Stab
something,
it,
you might as well sacrifice.
and you know,
It will take you a while to make it all the way back, and
it might make
take you about a half a day to do it.
I'm not using my good knives on the mucus.
And you'll be leaving on your own, crossing down out of the mountain range, across the hills, and getting to the town by yourself. Is that something you think your character would do?
Yeah.
It took a long time for you to come up the ridgeline and get up into the
That's
cave.
too much work. I'm just gonna keep. There's no. I'm gonna just stay at home.
Have you ever been in a thing called a jacuzzi? Start the fire.
So the rest of you
warms up
begin
slowly.
to do what? You're standing at the other cave entrance, looking down into something that Clover has described as possibly an entrance into an Underdark area.
Good job. What were you saying?
Oh, this is excellent. Yes, this makes sense. My notes and my inquiries about this location said that there is a tomb-like structure near the entrance of an Underdark structure as well. I think we are almost there. We should push on.
The tomb be underneath all of that wood.
The what be underneath of it?
The tomb structure.
Oh no, it would be exposed. I don't know what that is.
What's
sure
it supposed to
exactly.
look like?
It's a very large. Well, it's a dwarven structure. It's said to be, what I understand, is said to be possibly the first tomb of the Duergar. And there's a device in there that we were sent here to acquire. Unfortunately, all the specialists that came with me are no longer available to make their way in. I was hoping to use your knowledge of dwarves and your strength and your psychotic will to kill. I'm not sure what the drunkard will do.
People
but-
don't always die when
And then
they
I'm
stab
also
them.
gonna snap my finger.
So they're not very good at being psychotic.
Yeah, sure.
You just watch it. It kind of does that tarantula-like pulse, and then skitters up the side, tries to avoid all the mucus rivers, and purchases like up in like a little dry crack and crag. Kind of look down and keep an eye on the edge.
Be safe, comrade.
Before we get too far, I'll just like, if something happens, rush. Finish it off.
Yeah. Even if he's killed, you're gonna feel the psychic disconnect.
You should be able to talk to you.
Limited.
Aliens.
Uh,
It's kind of like
It's like direct war, like the ability to see directly through him is limited to 100 feet. Beyond the 100 feet, it's just the connection with his eyes is all he gets.
Fine,
Probably
here, have
be
some
quiet.
Orcus. You want some Orcus?
But shall we continue? Watch your step. Be mindful. If we are near an Underdark entrance, you can expect to see strange things. But I can assure you that the more dangerous things dwell directly in the Underdark. The entrance should be reasonably safe.
So we're on the edge of the volcano.
What?
Very good. Good way of thinking of it.
What?
Good sir.
Yeah, what? So I went to college. Obviously, what can you do?
Right now, I could probably either lead or point out targets.
What cantrips do you know?
Oh, well, unfortunately, my cantrips were tied to my spell focus. Without it, I can't really do anything. Sorry.
What do you need for stuff?
Fucking good.
I need my Acquisitions Incorporated emblem that I've had ever since I was a
What
youngster.
happened to it?
They took it from me.
With any emblem?
Those notes we already killed.
Work?
No, unfortunately, it has to be my spell focus, which is why I call it my spell focus. It's how I channel my magic.
I say we all call forth the sacred covenant of cord to find out if he's a lying rat bastard.
Walking.
He can't do anything. He can point. He calls me a drunkard, and you should watch your mouth, mage.
A lot of bobble.
But I can do more than point.
Positive it won't work. No, actually, that's the problem. Is I don't have it.
No, you were talking when we showed up. He's like, you had a bobble. When we first, before we went to battle, you said he was.
I don't recall having a bobblehead. Stop it. Strange way. Yeah, you mean such a. 16? What'd you get?
Oh wait, I'm proficient. Hold on. Let me see if I get better.
I got 7 minus 1.
I got 4 plus 2.
Yeah, you two are like, nah, he's fine.
17.
17? He's acting a little shady. You remember he was talking to something. It sure looked like a bobblehead at the time.
Wait, I got something we can use.
One. Fungus spores and fruit.
Every time you speak, the mushroom grows bigger on your nose.
Well, anyways, let us push forward. And he begins to walk towards the mine cave and starts walking down into the cave.
I cast Zone of Truth. Charisma save 14.
And you know if they fail. I mean, if they make their save.
Yeah, you know if they succeed.
And now I'll look it up. And I cast it. There you go. Zone of Truth.
As you cast it, and he's now walking through the zone of truth that you just cast, he seems to have saved. Seems to resist it. Well, come along, and he disappears out of eyesight down into the cave.
He's walking next to
Keep up with him if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone make their suspicions? No.
I don't trust.
I'm on the line. I'm just waiting for things to stop. Nothing else.
You say
Yeah,
something?
Had a bobblehead. You had a bobblehead
Oh,
in there.
obviously.
Okay.
One for each of us.
Did you tell me this?
Don't kill it. Don't kill it.
No. I'll grab them by the.
Grabs, go. You can be that guy. If you,
He's a wizard.
What's wrong with you?
Time for a little truth, buddy.
I'm saying I'm very quiet.
Truth. What are you talking about?
What's the fucking deal?
Give me a wisdom save.
Constantly watching. Weird. You know, you have to spell on him.
Do not.
Don't press one. I don't press one.
You're not really sure why you're holding your best friend up, and you immediately let him go, and you begin to follow him down into the
I'm
cave.
sorry, dude.
You guys lose track of the wizard and Finnegan as they disappear into the dark.
I'll go after him.
Watch as Father Benedict immediately starts picking up the pace to go try to catch up with them.
Let's go. All right, one last second. Convince Grabs to come with us. You piece of shit.
Yeah, she's not even in earshot.
She's not even in earshot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
She's all the way back up in safe land.
I don't like
She didn't want to
wizards.
go past the egg.
I don't trust wizards.
Who's all chasing after Father
I'm
Benedict because
going-
he's already chased after Finnegan. So Finnegan,
Oh, that guy.
since you and the wizard are further ahead than everyone else, the wizard starts talking to you, almost like in a monologue way. And you watch as from the folds of his robe, he pulls out a little bobblehead. And look, where we're going, I need you to do something for me.
All right.
The drunkard, the pudgy one,
Mhm.
that one. I need you, as soon as we get near the tomb, to immediately get in a fight. Just punch him, wrestle him, hold him to the ground. Distract the others. I would greatly appreciate it.
All right.
And
I
you're like,
hurt him.
I don't care. You could kill him or hurt him, but you just keep him busy.
Okay.
And then distract the others. And as he goes to put the bobblehead back into the folds of his robe, you can just see little mucusy eyes on the exposed skin underneath his robes, and he pulls it tightly and around him and says, "Oh, pick up the pace." And he's he's awkwardly nimble. He's like quick. He's like, and you're keeping pace with him. Father Benedict, as you start to go down into the mine shaft, you can hear Finnegan with the other two trying to catch up to you. But you're looking into the shadows, and it's like Berg is like moving pretty quickly to keep up to the old man, and you lose track of them again as they disappear into the dark and down into what looks like to be another like colorful cavern, but not mucus, just lots of colorful mushrooms and plants.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Is there any illumination?
There's enough illumination that you can see silhouettes. Yeah, it's all emanating from the vines.
Well,
Yeah, it would. It would
Because-
still distort your dark
he
vision.
doesn't have dark vision. Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah, but it's distorted.
Just the wizard.
I thought someone said he had a light.
No.
No, he
No.
gave
What are
my
you talking
he
about?
yoinked my centaur back.
You don't even know
and
what this
it's
fucking thing is. It's a fucking flashlight.
He's got 8,000 eyes. He
Yeah.
doesn't need a
Yeah.
light.
Does he
Fuck
get another
him.
save?
No, he's an enemy.
Not
Do any of
for
them
another
notice
55 minutes.
that the
You
wizard
know what?
not be
You know
able to
what?
see.
Hey guys,
No, he asked me to attack.
never ever rescue anybody in Jason's games again. Ever.
Well, we're
Ever.
supposed to flatten
They all
the
die by the
blindfold
sword
us.
in the cage. All right.
Yeah.
Now we're learning valuable lessons
So
right
as
now.
you guys are all now making your way down and following, trying to catch up to whatever's happened, back up. You're in the egg room, right?
No, I wanted to go up because I didn't know.
So you're up back up where the knolls are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust anything right now.
You definitely hear a noise, like a kind of mucusy, sloppy noise, and there's a slight tremor that you feel at the same time. Just a single, almost like something coming apart and slopping to the ground,
And something birthing something.
and you can just feel the ground underneath your crab-like feet. Just a slight tremor, and then
Or-
it goes still.
Just
Or a quiver.
Tremor, you sick fuck. You then watch as hundreds of bats go flying out of the cave. You then watch as flocks of rats come out of the crooks and nags of the stone and start going towards the entrance of the mine and fleeing. Their squeaks are massively loud. As you look in the direction that they're coming out of where all your friends had gone down into, you can just see these two red eyes in the darkness staring at you.
I'm just gonna go with the bats and the rat because if they're running, I'm gonna.
So
run
as you
too.
begin to run, you hear this soft feminine voice. Please don't run. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, you're a mutt.
No. Yeah, I know, but it's like, wisdom save. Yes. So,
Kill the crabbit, kill the crabbit, kill the crabbit, kill the crabbit.
30-20?
yes.
It's a DC 24.
20.
As you suddenly stop in your tracks, you immediately feel the disconnect with your spider.
Fuck.
Coming out of the darkness is this bright red female figure. The remains of the egg and skin and mucus is kind of partially covering her. Her horns and her black curly hair draping down her back, her wings out and flapping.
Gender crap.
The succubus approaches you, stands alongside you. Oh my. You smell like a curse. She just stares at you for a moment. Children, are you in the folds in the dark? And you watch as hundreds of earthworm-like creatures start descending from the top of the cave, coming up from behind where she walked out, as all those eyes that Lazuli had mentioned are actually these kind of parasitic eyeballs with mucus dripping out of them that are slithering past the succubus, begin to slither towards you and begin to just kind of cocoon you in their like flesh and mucus as they wrap around. And you
I'm
can
gonna totally start stabbing.
you're not even there. This is all way back.
Ta-da.
She didn't follow you guys. She stayed
The
behind.
wizard.
Oh,
This is
Um,
when we split the party.
okay.
As you feel them begin to cocoon and around you, as you're in this inability to break the effect of the succubus's voice in your mind, you just hear her voice softly. Don't worry. It won't be that bad. So back down below. As you stumble out of the dark tunnel, you can see Thingen standing amongst a 2 to 3 foot tall forest of mushrooms.
Barry?
Oh, sorry, Barrett. And as you're staring at Barrett, it's just his backside. And he's staring into the mushroom field and all the vines. And then beyond him, you can see this great like stone fortification. You can see a huge dwarven effigy statue at like the base of it. And you can see a stone portal or entrance that looks to have been freshly opened. You don't see the old wizard anywhere. And as Barrick turns and sees you, he's got this like angry look on his face and immediately rushes towards you with his weapon out. Make an attack roll if you would, please.
I said I didn't have to hurt.
Make an attack roll on Benedict.
What are you doing, you idiot?
Did unarmed strike like punching?
No, it's with his weapon.
You said punch him.
17.
Hit.
Well, he just said keep him busy. What'd you roll?
17.
What's your armor class, Benedict?
Will you hit me?
Yeah, you just see the weapon come down and you slam into you. Roll for damage.
Come on, man. Let's do this shit.
Hurry up.
Kick your little small ass in a second.
Oh, good.
Okay.
4 points of what's your weapon
You
again?
rolled a 1.
Yes.
You rolled a
Slashing.
1.
Yes,
Slashing
one.
damage. You
All
feel
right.
the battle axe kind of more flat blade and bruise into your rib cage, and it kind of knocks you back a few feet. As Barrick is clearly attacking you, and he's got this wild kind of look on his face and his eyes.
Did you see my picture?
Yeah.
It's,
Kingdom of Loathing.
So what are you doing?
all right. Let me look and see what I got here. All right. All those.
The long silence of character study.
Has it been an hour since we fought the most over now?
No, I'd say it's
All right,
closer
that's
to probably about 20, 30 minutes since you fought.
Oh, why not?
Also,
just
are
attack
the three
him?
of us watching that close enough to see this?
No, because he raced ahead of everybody, and then he immediately raced after him, and then he picked you two up to try to catch up to him. So you guys are kind of strung
we
out.
were
at this point.
already on Flying Express.
Right. That's why he started sprinting after sending a spider back up to keep an eye on the egg.
Did she make it up to the back up to the null room, or was she still in the null room?
She was in the null room. Yeah.
She was in the null room.
Yeah.
Then there's still an undead, animated null.
Somewhere, yeah. I would imagine it would have followed you down unless you gave it orders otherwise.
I didn't tell-
Okay, so it's still just standing up there waiting for you to give it orders.
There's this animated,
Yeah.
Interesting.
dead null. Because it lasts for an hour.
What are you doing, Father Benedict?
Can it
I'm gonna
communicate
roll a
with
hit.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna roll. I'm got the longsword, so
Yeah, go for it. Take the strike.
what the hell is this? That can't be in there. It just went.
Like, wait a minute, the other roll is better.
Yeah. 19. It hits. Oh,
Okay, roll for damage.
Heavenly.
Make another wisdom save, if you would, please. Benedict.
And I'm assuming the sword does what? A D8?
This one?
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, this sword.
Yeah, it does it's a longsword, so it does D8 plus your
Okay.
modifier. If he's strength based, yeah.
Oh, great. It's, I want to kill him.
For melee weapons, they're usually
so
strength
five
based.
points of damage.
5 points. So
And
you feel the longsword slash into you. What'd you get? 9. As you get hit, your anger deepens and you feel the voice in your head. Oh, well, that won't do. You should strike him something with a little more power behind it. Use one of your smites.
5 points.
You immediately bring your axe back and you ready a smite effect at the same. Yeah. So as you take both your attacks on Father Benedict.
Are we there yet?
19 plus 6.
That'll hit.
And a 2 plus 6.
That'll miss. Go ahead and roll damage for the first one. And then make sure you roll your smite damage as well.
I mean,
Look at me. Huh?
It's
I know.
radiant, so
it's radiant, so we can use it pretty, so it's half. Right?
No, it's extra searing. Because his soul's dark as the devil itself.
so 3d8 plus 6.
Just do it. Quit being a bitch about it.
Probably only gonna be like
I
12
don't
damage.
care if you kill me. I'll make another character up.
It's probably
10 times better than this one. You asshole.
It's like 12 damage. Chill.
I don't have all the magic ones. And Booker, you won't forget the magic one.
I'll smite the shit out of your balls. All right. No, go ahead. How much damage? 23.
It just cracks with radiant energy. Just then, you come stumbling out of the tunnel to see a flare of radiant light as the three of you see Father Benedict and Barrig in a fight.
Okay, that's it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on?
Wait, I got this. Deep breath. Bounty roar. On both of them.
On both of them? What do they need to make?
I need people to make
Don't tell me wisdom check.
actually, it is a wisdom saving throw.
4.
Where the hell?
I'm gonna try. You cut that out right now, or I'm gonna tell Timori on you.
Well, you give me intimidation on that one. See if it works.
Or persuasion.
Intimidation.
No, it'd definitely be intimidation.
8 plus 4.
Yeah, so 11. No, I don't get
Um,
damage. 2 plus 6.
So do me a favor, make another wisdom save because of all the direct attacks coming at you. You failed that wisdom save, but because your allies are attempting to attack you.
No,
Yelling.
we're trying to.
Well, no, that would be perceived under his effect to be an attack. So he gets another wisdom save to determine if it changes that effect. Not quite high enough. And once again, is it a black dot or an open dot?
No, it's on your saves.
On the saves. There's no dots on your saves.
Yeah.
Plus
So
6
it
or
would
whatever
be
it is.
subclass
No.
or feat related if you have damage there,
What were you
not skill
starting
set. You hear the wizard's voice in your head again. Oh well, that won't do. Maybe you should use one of your more powerful spells to keep them all at bay. So, what's your most powerful spell that you have for an area of effect?
I memorized before we came down. I memorized Secure Light and
How many people can you affect with command? One. So you don't have like spirit guardians or.
I didn't.
He's a fighter.
I'm a
He's a
fighter.
paladin.
level
Oh, I
2
thought you were a
paladin.
paladin. Okay.
Only a level 2 paladin.
So your highest spell as a paladin is what? That could do damage. Just smite?
Yeah, it's like
Guess you have to do another smite again.
Yeah, you immediately feel compelled to rush.
What does Siri Smite do? But I didn't memorize it.
That- That's fine.
Doesn't matter.
So you rush past Father Benedict, which gives you an attack of opportunity as he's just got his axe up and he's rushing towards Fingon and focusing on the little creatures on his shoulders. And you're like, "Roar," and you're just roaring and charging towards them at this point.
Just get an attack of opportunity. All right, so I'll take my
The
attack.
conspiracy with the kazoos is fascinating. Uh-huh.
So 21 to hit.
21 will definitely hit. So as you're running by Father Benedict, he just takes his longsword and backhands it into you,
Come on. Oh, fucking 1.
Plus,
4 points of damage.
which is fine. Allows you to make yet another wisdom save.
Hey, it says that sometimes my foes occasionally
brings all enchantments.
outlines enemies in light, granting advantages against them.
So we'll say that as you swipe him this time, he glows with like a pixie dust like light. And anyone who strikes him next will have advantage on the strike.
19.
So with this blow, it strikes you across the chest. You glow like and you just suddenly the voice fades, the pain becomes very resident, and you're like looking around and you have no memory of how you got where you are other than when you were last up in the room talking to the wizard. And now you're looking at a very kind of concerned and battle ready group that's staring at you. Make it an arm strike.
I give him the coup de grace.
Out
of his neck.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, it's just,
So that's 17 and 18.
what's your unarmed strike damage? All right, roll.
Checking your shit up.
I'm looking for the wizard.
No sight.
Okay.
So 5 points of slashing damage.
As I just right across the face.
Yeah, and it just,
I bitch slap.
and once again, your
drag.
stupor, you come out of that effect that you're in.
Dude, what the fuck?
You started this shit. Where's the wizard?
Look around, no sign of him. You guys all look in the direction of the entrance into the dwarven tomb. The portal way's open, and no sign of the wizard.
Fuck. The wizard's gone. Familiar's dead, so the egg
Probably
hatched.
in the tomb.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go murder an old man. And then we can murder another old man.
Do I remember anything about?
You just remember having a conversation with the wizard when you grabbed him, and that's the last memory you have with him. All of this being down here, getting down to this point, being at the precipice of the entrance of the Underdark,
Would he
seeing
know
the-
that the wizard cast a spell on him, even though he claims
coming out of the stupor, you do get the sense that he cast on you.
Motherfucker.
Which means he's a lying liar who lies.
One could make that presumption. Sure.
Lying liar who lies. That's spells. Without his
Let's
spell.
go.
So we're not going to finish this.
Let's
Did I
go
hurt
take a
anyone?
bath.
That means we
Yes!
can.
Sorry.
You idiot.
And then go get the hot chick out the egg.
Look at my tabard. It's ripped. Timmy will have to.
I'm excited that
Throw
we
it.
get to stop someone,
Yes.
so I'm gonna
Don't worry.
grab
Timmy,
my non-rusty
he'll-
daggers.
Get right down on his knees. Now.
Yes, non-rusty daggers.
Do you immediately want to go
Yes,
chase
Timmy.
after him?
He prays
You like-
that.
I probably am. I
Yeah,
finally get
yeah.
to stab
As
him.
you guys are kind of like finally getting him calmed down and
Well, I
getting
blessed
the
him.
chaos under control, you just feel Azuli leap off your shoulder and is now sprinting towards the entrance of the tomb with her
And
daggers out, and she's got that battle cry that, you know, that yeah, just that battle cry going in the direction of the tomb entrance.
Oh,
Like that high
I
pitched
start
squeal that
walking.
rabbits give off when you kill them.
Yeah.
I start going. I
Only it's a battle cry for me.
You're in heavy
What do I wear?
He's got a breastplate.
I have a breastplate.
Okay. Did I pick him up?
You could, but it
I'm
would
like
slow you down.
350 pounds.
He's pretty pudgy.
I'm a big dude with
He's a
big
rhino.
wings.
So you guys are watching as Lazuli's chasing and
I
running
don't chase
towards
after
the
her, I'll
entrance
just
of the
start chasing
tomb.
after her.
You're heading after her?
Oh,
Okay.
let's go.
Good idea to follow the wizard, huh?
The rabbit's berserking. Follow her. Follow her to victory.
Buddy!
May God have mercy on your souls.
Blood actions! For Deborah!
You're pretty quick. So you're pretty far ahead of the main group.
I
So
got 45 speed, so.
yeah, but she got a
There
good
you go.
jump ahead
There
of
you go.
you.
Okay. Oh,
That's why I said. That's why.
oh.
You gotta do the cough.
Okay,
The fly, the flummy spit. So Lazula, you get to the entrance first. As you stand in the middle of the gateway, it's quite large for you because you're pretty tiny. But you can hear the echo of your screams and your yells, and you go through the gate, the doorway, and into the interior of this tomb. As you get into the interior, there is a very large
grape.
dwarven statue at the far end.
I got grape and I got
You can
watermelon.
see the outline of something very large and organically collapsed in front of the effigy of the dwarf. And you could see the wizard, but he's discarded his robes, and you can see dozens of little tentacles coming off of his body, like maybe 2-3 dozens. You can see the flash and glimmer of red eye reflection as these dozens of tentacles with eyes on them are looking forward and around and up. And his hands are distended claws with like mucus dripping off of his arms. And he seems to be in the midst of a chant, like he's doing some kind of spell. He doesn't notice you're there. You're about 60 feet from him. What would you like to do?
Arm the butt.
Funny bits.
Go right for the tank.
Probably some.
Right for the tank.
Let's see. Do I have?
What class are you?
I'm a fighter.
Okay. You got now. What abilities do you have?
Oh, she's got her.
So you
Killing
can-
abilities?
I didn't even get a chance to use
So
any.
you can use one of your attacks. You could trip them or knock them down or something.
I don't think I can trip him because I can only do it if the target is large. Is he large?
Everything's large to you. You're small.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's referring to things like the werewolf gnoll who's really, really
That's
Well,
anything.
those were
you can do,
huge.
anything.
He would be considered.
Okay.
He
I can
normally
medium, but you're too tall.
So-
I'm large.
right.
Okay, that's why I took tripping.
Don't impose rules against yourself. Let him do that. He's really good at it.
That's his job. That is his job.
Okay.
Right as a
You
DM.
tell him what you want to do. Have him tell you no. Okay.
Perfect meta gaslighting.
I would
right
like
there.
to take the druid and
Am I right?
basketball special.
More
druid.
gaslighting than meta. Yeah, you're right.
I like the basketball druid. Basketball special druid. in this round.
You can't gaslight a DM.
Oh, not me.
How am I
I just like the word. I don't really care what it means.
Darn it.
Call me a boomer now. Quit gaslighting, boomer.
I don't actually have any rabbit hops left. I did happily into a long rest.
You want to just charge into him and attack him? You get 2 attacks, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, and probably try to do trip attack with one of them.
Okay.
I have distracted him, but no one else is here, so.
Oh,
But,
You have the surprise on him.
Alright.
He doesn't expect you to be there.
Yes. So yes, I just keep sauntering forward. I'm thinking about getting more daggers because there's less eyes, and they would be good for stabbing.
Yeah, so you just race towards him. You've got your daggers out. Make your 2 attacks. Your first attack has advantage because you have surprise. He hates looking at a roll.
18.
18 will
Plus-
definitely hit.
Plus.
So roll for damage.
Okay. Okay.
18 plus 5.
18 plus 5? Okay. Damage. These dice are so good. I got 1 plus 2.
So 3 points. Your first dagger sinks into his rib cage, and he screams, "Oh no, don't! And you watch as the organic mass up in front of the dwarf in effigy is kind of floating and beginning to reform. And now you've broken his concentration, and the mass kind of slumps back down to the ground. Take your second attack on him.
Oh, wait, did I do?
What's the save for the trip attack? Should say on the effect.
Trip attack. DC 13.
Dex, strength.
Okay.
That is a 10 minus 1 is a 9. So just as you slam into his ribs, you bring your small little foot around the front of him and you trip underneath the front of his shin and he falls face first. And he's like on the ground and all the tentacles come up and look down at you. Now, because you tripped him and he's on the ground, he's considered prone. So your second attack has advantage as well.
Take the second attack.
Do it.
I know, but should I attack him really or the creepy eyeballs? They look like they're just
It's
eating
all
me
the
to
same.
stab
It's all
me.
the same.
They're coming out of his
Up to
body.
you.
So.
Okay.
Does that tattoo have color now?
No, I got a new one on Monday.
Oh, I like it.
I got my cat.
Yeah,
I
looks
want to
like,
stab like
Bag.
the eyeballs.
looks like a
next.
tabaxi.
I go. Oh, I got a nat 20 on one of my things.
So,
You from
you
the
haven't got an actual 20.
Hey, the Annie podcast just rated us. Hi, guys.
Finally died.
Thanks for watching. I don't know what's wrong with you. Thanks for watching. Yeah.
Currently,
You absolutely have nothing better to do than watch us. I love it.
Are you doing the
Voice
double
game.
damage for a nat 20?
So you got critical, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you automatically do max damage, which is 4 points for the dagger. Now go ahead and roll your d4 again. So that's 6 plus your damage modifier.
Plus 5
No, that's your to hit. What's your damage?
damage.
Can someone help us?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Help her.
Yeah.
So
Damage check.
that you take advantage of the fact that you tripped him. He's prone. You bring up your blade and just shim him like right down in the shoulder blade, and you hear a poppy
Aim for
noise.
the eyeball.
Oh, you aim for the eyeballs?
An eyeball.
Okay. So as you bring your dagger down towards
They
one
look
of the
like they need
eyeballs,
poking.
yeah, like it splits open down like a whole like fleshy way down, and you back swipe into a couple more as their tentacles kind of like writhe on the ground and they kind of go black and turn to mush, and the guy's screaming in pain underneath you. So as you're engaged with him like that,
Is he reacting to the eyeball pain?
he just seems to be reacting in general. It's hard to tell. But as you're on top of him and slicing into the tentacles and the eyes, you're slowest, so you're now arriving inside the tomb.
Also, you're supposed to roll the trip attack.
Oh,
me
there
down.
it is.
Stitch. Ah!
Oh my side! Like the echo of the tomb
no,
is
that's
just
creepy.
Father Benedict. Oh,
Uh,
slow down! Oh my
darn it.
Go
my
get some.
side!
Oh, catch up. Ah.
I think yeah, it's hard to tell with the
I'm hurt.
darn
Like
it.
6.
Here's the curse
Okay.
of one.
That's fair.
Where is it?
So you arrive on the scene with Clover. So you two have an
Walking
opportunity here. You can see
But I'm fat.
Lazuli is on
Yeah,
top
people are.
and stabbing down into him. And
can-
everything
you
I've
can look
described for
at it
her,
around.
you guys now all equally
But-
see.
No,
The two of you
yeah.
see. But you have an opportunity here. You guys can do something right now if you want to.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing it. We practiced this back a while ago. Ready? Yep. I grab her.
Okay.
Fast one.
All right. Athletics or strength check? Strength is without precision. Since you're using precision, do athletics.
Don't move your chair
Okay.
because his paw's right underneath the little wheel thing.
Oh,
Oh,
silly
athletic,
doggy.
you still use that.
Athletics. Yeah, because it requires some precision and physical effort. What'd you get
Double sevens.
with your bonus?
My bonus is 12.
Okay. So you're
I
arcing
should've
through the
went-
air, but slightly to the right and not quite on target. While you're arcing, what are you doing? Like what are you wild shaping into?
Whole mess of eyes.
What's the Jacuzzi?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I think it's an Italian curse word. Fucking jaguli.
Jaguli.
Don't be a jaguli. Oh, it's a
large
track.
beast with a giant snake.
Okay.
Yes.
Fucking jaguli.
So what are you shaping into?
I'm gonna do the.
Because you're a mouse folk, right?
That's
You're
Why we
gonna
thought of
shape
this.
into something that can eat you? Damn.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I just threw, pretty much
I'm gonna do
over
a
to that
junkie.
tiny dog.
That's right.
Ape. So as you do a somersault through the air, you turn into an ape, and your silverback ape form lands on the ground. And you start. You get right alongside Lazuli, who's like stabbing down into the backside of this wizard that's now beginning to malform into something else. You have advantage. Go ahead and take your
Samsonite
strikes.
luggage his ass.
Yes,
I'm just gonna try to.
Well, now you're really sharing your age with the
That's
world,
right.
my
That's
friend.
right. You didn't see
Sunday
it.
keeps taking, keeps on taking. Monkey.
Oh, he's prone still.
Trunk monkey. Yeah, it just comes out with
24 to hit.
a fire iron.
I will glare at him and
I
tell
love
him
it. I
he's a
love
very
these.
bad new
I
friend.
watched all
24 to hit.
You're bad. You're bad.
Bad
Like
new friend. Bad new friend.
Another silverback ape is like with these closed fists.
Oh, we
What'd you get? You have advantage because he's pro.
It was a 19 plus
All right, that'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
6.
All right.
1d6.
Wow, we suck.
Kind of. So that was your action. Your
I can
action.
make 2 fist attacks.
Oh yeah, you get 2 fist
Here's
attacks.
our, here's our fight.
Your arrival, throwing her, that would be the end of your turn.
Can I bonus action?
You can bonus action range. I like that.
18.
18. Yeah,
That's
that'll hit as well. Roll for
You
damage.
fucking got me off, you son of a bitch.
4.
No, it's not
Okay.
road rage. It's just
Oh,
rage.
just rage.
Finally, while you can hear the echoes of a coughing Father Benedict behind you. Oh, my side.
My
You make it to the end of the tunnel to see Finian beginning to go into his lionel rage. You can see an ape is pummeling a creature on the ground, and you can see Lazuli's like shine of her dagger reflecting off the interior light of this place as she's jamming down into the wizard. What do you want to do? You have a moment here.
Can I rush in and attack?
Yeah, you rush up and seeing the prone wizard that's beginning
I don't think
to
that's
shapeshift and malform. You just bring up your axe. You get 2 attacks.
Yep.
Yeah, both with advantage because he's prone and he's
Okay.
technically
I'll
flanked.
use my special ability, curb stomp.
And we're in divine. Ooh, fuck him too.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Use your most powerful spell.
13,
Feel
Your
the
most
power
powerful-
course through you.
19 not natural.
As you lip out of the. Use your powerful spell.
Kill him! Kill him!
I'm just gonna have a quick.
Shower yourself with his blood. Oh damn!
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit!
What?
Reaction.
3 7s. 21 plus.
For damage? Did you roll to hit him?
Oh yeah, I did.
What'd you get for your roll to hit?
I forgot.
19.
Seems like a
Thank
lot.
you. So what's your total damage then? Because your
Uh,
damage of your axe, damage of your smite, add all that together for me. Although I need the radiant damage separate from the physical damage.
Okay, so the radiant is 14.
Okay.
And the axe is
24.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So your first strike, you bring the axe up, and there's an explosion of radiant light. At the moment that the radiant light explodes outward, you notice all of the eye stalks on the protruding out of his body shrivel and turn to just like goop and shrivel to the ground. You hear this like demonic like yelling out after your radiant strike as you begin to realize he is vulnerable to radiant damage. Take your second strike.
I'm spent, but yes.
Yeah, take your second strike. It's very
And
paladin.
I'm
It's a
spent.
very paladin remark. I'm
I'm
spent. And my copper top is spent.
21 not natural.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. all of you gathered around, you raging, beginning to come forth. You finally make your way out of the entrance of the tomb and into the main chamber. And it's chaos. You can see a 20-foot tall effigy of a dwarf, a kind of stone pelican kind of like flat like altar, this big organic mass on it. And then about 40 feet in front of that, you can see everybody surrounding him except Fingon's currently raging and getting ready to charge. You can see the flash of Barrick's axe coming down. You can see the flash of Lazuli's spear or her dagger. And you can see a silverback ape, kind of like doing double-fisted pummels down onto this prone figure on the ground where tentacles are coming out and being destroyed. And you can see that their physical form is beginning to shape. They're hurt, but they seem to somehow still be surviving this onslaught of what's happening.
Father, smited with holy damage.
And you hear that yelled back towards you that it's vulnerable to radiance.
Fuck you, I'll do what I want.
First, I'm going to take a drink.
Fuck you all, smite you again.
I'm going to take a drink and a smoke. I'll be with you in a minute.
That was a smite? I barely felt it. Because I forgot I had advantage on criticals and I rolled a 19. I'm sorry.
Oh. Let's recreate our fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
So many things wrong. So many things wrong.
what do I have that'll do that kind of shit?
I hate you so much, right? I want to know whose idea was these fucking
We
kazoos.
will never tell. We'll never tell.
Well, then I'll have to punish the whole group.
I thought we are getting punished.
Well, they're your roles, not mine.
Timur is in charge of the hunt.
Sacred Flame does-
Sorry.
With
Sacred Flame does it again,
Okay, I'll do Sacred Flame.
Okay.
which is a bonus action because it's cantrip. And then
Is that dex or ranged attack?
it is Dex.
Okay.
It is poop.
Disadvantage because he is prone. That is a 6 plus 2 is an 8, so that'll fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
30 d20s.
30 D. Can I borrow some 2d8?
That's an 8.
And oh my god, I didn't even 16 points of damage.
Nice.
I was thinking about doing distract 16.
You watch as the radiant light goes streaking through, and it arcs and crashes down into the prone figure. Bits of flesh and things
You know what?
tearing off of him. He's looking a little bit rough. However,
Wait a minute. So I'm gonna cast. I did a cantrip and cast a spell, right?
you technically cast a spell now.
Charisma 14 save, banishment.
Ooh. Ooh, this is good. That is a 12 plus 2, 14. Just barely. Meets it, beats it. You feel the spell connect, and then fear, and then resistance as he barely manages to shrug it off. I'm taking my shit!
My shit, leave it! Just have like every worst bad player.
Yeah, like
everybody.
bad player trope.
Not only we role play, but we role play the worst
Yeah.
like player trope.
That's not how the spell works.
Fucking shit. I'm gonna fucking
So-
shit.
Rules is written.
With you two a little further back and the rest of you surrounding the prone mage, you begin to pummel
I'll do
down
that one.
toward you're in
Can you
combat
call
with it.
Something else on the-
Well, so here's the thing. For Lazuli and you and Clover and the ape, you watch as all of his flesh begins to come apart and then it reforms above you. It comes apart and winds,
What the?
reforms as you see 4 tentacles with large eyes and then a very large center eye in the middle of the fleshy form as this tyrant arcs around, its mouth dripping and drooling. How dare you interfere with my ceremony? I was in the midst of saving my kind, and for that, I will kill you all.
Dude, we fucking let you loose. Chill.
You could have asked nicely.
So I need, not exactly. So I need the 4 of 1, 2, 3 in base. 2 aren't there. So I need a D4 from the 3 of you.
What?
A D4.
Any eyes you guys get growing out of your forehead?
D4s are so hard to
It's not against being frightened.
No, it's just a D4 roll. Conspiracy theories need not apply. 3, 4, 3. You two roll another D4, please.
I love this. 'Cause you don't know it's
1.
1.
1.
1. Holy shit. Okay. No, we'll do a dex save off or a dex off. What's your dex modifier?
Plus 3.
Plus 2.
You're both plus 2.
Yes.
Rollies. D20. High roll.
Same number.
12.
Damn.
18.
Okay. So I stock 1 hits you, and I stock 4 hits you. I need a con save from you, and I need a wisdom save from you.
Oh, I'm
Against
proficient in
frightened?
Constitution.
Can I rip attack?
As a reaction,
If a creature misses me.
it's
Yeah.
not attacking you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not attacking you directly.
So
21.
21. Okay. Wisdom. 23. So you both save. You are not paralyzed, but you are thrown back 30 feet, and you take 18 points. Yeah,
But I still get my stats.
Yeah,
you're druid,
mental
so you get your
stats.
druid stats. Yeah, your intelligence and wisdom are still
But,
yours.
yeah, okay, so I get
Take 18 points of bludgeoning damage from the telekinesis. You get blasted with a necrotic energy beam that strikes into your chest. So you take half of 31 points of necrotic damage.
is there still a wizard down there? Was it, like,
No,
the other
it's
side?
now this floating flesh eye with
So it's a shapeshifter or something.
twice.
Kind of. It's shifting. It's not.
I mean, it's almost like you're looking at a small version of a beholder, but it only has 4 eye stalks instead of the dozen.
Not because I poked one out earlier.
It looks like a miniature version of a creature called a tyrant, which is said to be a necrotic or sometimes beholder spawn that's gone mad. So you're like, because you're the one not affected by the strike of this thing, you kind of look past this creature that's now floating above you. And that's when, during the flash of the necrotic energy kind of lights up the space, there is the physical remains of a very large but dead beholder up on the dais that he was interacting with.
God, you interrupt.
I mean, beholders aren't necessarily.
Yeah.
Undead risen beholders are not necessarily going to want to play pinochle with you. So it's your turn.
Well, I mean, it might
What do you want to do?
You have to look in the monster manual because it's running through a field of poppies. Holding an elf in one arm. So yeah,
You're such a dick.
they're lawful good now.
Excuse me.
With a halfling on.
I offered
Yeah.
to stab things for you, and we were
Yeah,
friends,
there's
and
so
now
much-
you're all like, ooh.
Well, that's because you interrupted me. Now come here and die.
Dude,
You
bad
obviously
breath.
attacked my friend
The
first.
fuck?
Are you using your action to argue with it?
Yes.
Intimidation or persuasion?
Intimidation.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes. Oh.
Rabbit intimidation activate.
One of these days it's gonna work.
Haven't you heard of the piece
14.
of carbon?
14. He just,
What's your
Wait, plus 4.
so 18. He like looks down at you, this small Harrigan with these little tiny daggers. And he's just like, she seems awfully brave. Did I miss something? Oh shit. He starts to kind of
Haven't
float
you
away
heard
from
of
you.
the-
Like as he starts to float away from you, it triggers a reaction opportunity attack for you if you want to take a swipe at him.
The beast of carbonage.
Like it only takes a moment sow just enough doubt into this creature that it's like, oh, maybe I've done some. Like it's just enough doubt that it
What the fuck did I
floats away, and yeah, and you like see this opportunity, take your axe and swipe at it. Well, you swing up at it, like oh, like it like floats away from you, but it's also floating away from you. So you got knocked back 20 feet. So that was your turn. You used your reaction. Who came in next? You guys came in next. So you're up. You're 20 feet away, and the creature was in the middle of a monologue, and then kind of like nanny kind of style complaining. Lazuli's just like doing the finger pointing and like chastising it. And it was about to go into like this vicious monologue, and then it just kind of stops and floats away. So he's about 15 feet away from you, about 5 feet up in the air.
Stand up, and I can't really like. I don't.
Well, race towards him and leap up and try to
Fling
slam
boo.
him.
Fling boo. That's a range attack. Fling
I mean,
boo.
you can't jump.
Yeah, it's
Oh
all,
yeah.
it's all eyes.
Gonna run at it.
Yeah, it'll have massive pink eye.
We're going to kill it slowly.
Kill it slowly with pink eye disease. You get up and you start racing towards it. You bring your two fists up and you make your two attacks.
Timora.
One whiff and one.
Here we go.
Interesting. The 15 will just barely hit.
Okay.
Your first pummel strike went right past it, but you kind of correct, and you bring your next fist like down into the fleshy protrusion of its main eye.
6.
Okay. Oh shit! Like its huge mouth, just razor teeth. You're up. What would you like to do?
Okay.
It seems distracted by her strike, and it seems intimidated by Lazuli's kind of chastisement, and it's kind of. So what are you doing? And you're about 30 feet away from it.
I'll go up 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
That's like important. What's your connection with the devil? The A.
I mean, it just turns to see you running towards him. Yes, come to my death. There's this ice stacks like coax you towards him.
Okay. I jump and I.
Go for it.
Is this Dungeons and Dragons or Dungeons and Negotiation? I don't fucking.
I just wanted to know.
We gonna fucking kill this thing, or we gonna fucking have a conversation with it? Let's kill this fucking thing, get some experience points.
Now you're definitely being a boomer.
I said the monk should come with.
And we all
It really
divide the
should've.
treasure equally.
So they'll
I got as close as I could, but I should get
Probably going
as
to.
much treasure as the rest of you.
Well, I
What
took
you get
on the
for your
I
strike?
took on the first keyboard guy.
Okay.
Seven, so they
Yeah, both hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
It's okay.
Great.
How rough
4
is it?
hours of sitting on your thumb.
Uh-huh.
How rough is it?
Hard to tell. It's not a creature that you're familiar with, but you can see obvious damage, mucus leaking out of its eye, flesh peeled back. It's looking rough from the physical,
As far as I can
but then
tell.
again, it was on the ground and it looked rough. So it's like this thing is definitely different.
Final form.
12 and 6. And then I do.
Dex save. It's got advantage, but that's a 4 and a 2. So 4 plus 4 is an 8. That's gonna fail.
Is it
So if I slash it once, slash it another time, going right into the big ass eye.
Okay.
But as I'm falling down, right? Yeah. Yes.
spinning in place?
Exactly.
Like, you remember that really shitty beholder in the first D&D movie? It kind of looks like
Yeah,
that.
right.
Only not as
God,
many eye
no one
stalks.
said, like,
Oh my god.
I love it.
It's so bad.
The second one is just as stupid though.
But it's
I
really
would,
fun.
you gotta
It's
give the
really
giant
fun.
chubby dragon props.
It's fun.
It's just the fact
I love
that
It's fun. I,
So what was the next save for?
as I'm coming down and landing, trying to kill 1, 6.
Okay. Yeah. Like as you pass by them, there's an arc of energy. Lightning just kind of flares off you, curls and slams him in the eye. You're like, oh fuck! What the hell is that? He like spins around and kind of. He's actually looking. He's looking a little bit rough at this point. You three died. Yeah, the dwarf.
We're all
You're
going
up.
to hell. Right.
All going to
Yeah.
hell.
Also, he
Well,
has a
you're kind of at
25.
the edge of it right now.
He has a 25 armor class and 700 hit points.
Oh no. 17 now.
Oh, 17. now.
You're up.
look, you're
And his
Um,
and his
Is this
I kind
is
of
this,
landed
is
in
this
a crowd.
urine? Because it ain't mine.
yeah, no.
he
First
uses
shot,
one of his eye stalks for a colonoscopy.
21 not natural.
See, Nick.
You have polyps and a death ray.
6 damage.
All right. You have 2 attacks. Take your second swing.
17 plus 6.
Yep, that'll hit. You're up next.
11.
You finally do some
Okay.
guarding.
So with that, with the chaos swirling around you, you're now the furthest one back. All of them have gotten into range of the creature. They're within base, either striking it, giving it bad
Chastise.
look, chastising it,
Yes.
attempting to pummel it. You're still about 30 feet away from when you initially came into the tube.
Okay. I will cast Spirit Guardian,
Ooh. I love this.
and I'll cast it at 4th level.
And its turn is coming up.
It's got. I think it's got. Let me see what it says.
I think it's got to make a wisdom
There's a
save
Wisdom 14 save
at the beginning of its turn.
at the
correct?
beginning of its turn.
Okay, so you guys, what is Father Benedict's spirit guardian look like?
Bottles of alcohol.
Yeah, you know, is it bottle of alcohol?
No, I'm imagining like half naked cherubs
There's they're
that are
all
actually female halflings that
female
are dressed up-
halfling cherubs
What
with
is-
huge tits.
Bottles of alcohol.
Yeah, with a bottle of alcohol in one hand, and
A
And the
tankard
cord
or
symbol
a
in the
barrel.
other?
yeah, and a little mace in the other hand.
Oh my god, it's hysterical.
And they just go like, "Oh my god!"
I'm holy. I'm holy.
So all of you gathered around this creature, this tyrant, this little mini tyrant that's like screaming and yelling, and suddenly there's a blossom of radiant energy amongst all of you. But it only seems to encircle this creature. And then suddenly, at first, boop, 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 and before long, there's a dozen half-naked, drunk,
Oh my god! Buy me a
cherub
drink.
halflings that are like spinning and colliding into this. The star's like, oh, what is this? And
I gotta go to the bathroom. Go with me.
well, it's a save.
Someone hold my hair.
That's right.
So here's the fun part.
Have fun.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh shit!
So it's gonna fail its wisdom save.
Oh my god! All right.
Okay. It's also vulnerable to radiant damage.
All right.
So basically, you do double damage. So you roll twice the amount of dice and then add your spell modifier to it.
Wait, twice the amount of dice. So
Yep.
8 d8?
Yes.
I don't have any.
Oh, here you go. I got 2 right here. All right.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
72.
And that's 15. 24. Do I get a plus damage?
I think you get your spell modifier.
Spell modifier.
No,
No, not
it's just the
No.
dice.
So
Oh, that's
24,
right. Yeah.
24 points of radiant
Yeah.
damage.
So all the half-naked cherub-like halflings all collide into the tyrant at once. Yeah, they just like they like do the opposite of a motorboat, and they like force motorboat him, and his little eye stalks rupture. And he watches his center eye begins to warble and kind of undulate, and then it explodes outward, covering all of you in like eye goo. Just a strange down all around you, sizzling under the radiant effect of the spirit guard.
Oh my god, hold my hair!
And that's where we're gonna finish today.
Yeah! Hi, tyrant!
Nah, it's a good stopping point. I like that stopping point.
That was awesome.
Let's all tip our kazoos to the DM. You did such a great job tonight.
Thank you, Stephanie. You
I
get
don't know
you
who
get
this
a D1000 inspiration die roll next week or in 2 weeks.
is. This is not mine. Is this yours?
Oh, no,
Hey everybody! I want to thank Annie Podcast for being with us. Thank you very much. Everyone else that hung out. Acquisitions Incorporated here. It's kind of our fun night. Next week is Shattered Kingdom. Next Tuesday. You're not here next week.
But the crimes against
So Hands and
nature-
Novel will be on autopilot yet again.
Yep.
But other than that, everyone be kind, stay safe, and don't forget.
Play!
Good night, everybody.